like Easter eggs over here. That's really cool. But it feels fast, just like this. And that's very dangerous. Please don't do that. Hey guys, this is Drew, welcome to the channel. This is the Smart #1. Smart is now officially back to the New Zealand market. They're offering 2 vehicles at the moment, with another vehicle coming soon by the end of the year. This is named #1, and this is compared to something like a mini Aceman or mini Countryman, Volvo EX30, kind of a premium level electric SUV on the market. The overall dimension of the Smart #1 is going to be 4.27 meters long, with just over 1.82 meters wide. The wheelbase is quite long though. The wheelbase is stretched to 2.75 meters. Due to its pure electric platform, you are able to get the wheelbase stretched long. That means you're getting a really good second row seat with its small base and small chassis. Now at the front, we get the Smart logo on the top, a running bars in between with the full matrix LED headlights, which is available on the Premium and Brabus model. If you're going to the Pro Plus, that's going to have the standard LED. Now let's go through the pricing before we talk about every other single specification. The pricing in the New Zealand market starts at $64,990 plus ORC. This is the premium model that will get you more features, a little bit more range, and that means this one will go for a price at $69,990 plus ORC. If you would want the full power brabus with all the full features, everything, the price will be $79,990 plus ORC. I would choose the premium over all the other 2 models. I don't need the performance, but I love all the extras, which you're only paying $5,000 more. Now for the design of the vehicle, it is cute. You can't argue it's really cute on the market. You can see the target audience as well. It's design-wise, it's very vibrant. There are 8 colors to choose, and you can do the configuration on the Smart New Zealand website. By the way, the roof color is black for the standard and premium version. If you go to the brabus, you are going to get a black or red roof, whatever you like. Now the design in the front, it's pretty simple. It's quite sleek. It's very smooth panels and matrix headlights, as we mentioned. 19-inch alloys are available even on the Pro Plus, but they are different patterns. These come with alloys in the center and hubcaps on the side. Again, that will help with the aerodynamic. Black windmill covers, silver chrome over trims over here, B-pillar, A-pillar, C-pillar, they are all black covered. On top of that, you got a roof line that comes down with a mini logo over here that looks really, really cool. Along with that, you also get very small logos over here with some other small detail like Easter eggs over here. Yeah, so design-wise, this is very unique, very cool. Some people may absolutely hate it, but most people, I think, will find it very, very smart. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, at the back, Smart logo with the running taillights, and #1 means this is the version of this vehicle. The running taillight looks quite cool. It definitely looks a lot like some of the Mercedes vehicles on the market as well. And in case you're wondering what's the relationship between Mercedes and Smart, Mercedes owns 50% of the share on the Smart vehicle brand. That means Mercedes and the big Chinese giant company named Geely Group are kind of sharing the technology with the Smart brand and Smart company. But they're also a standalone company. They got their own unique designs. They are definitely very different from other Mercedes and even other Geely vehicles at the same time. Now let's look at the charging port before you get inside the vehicle. Unlock the doors, press that. So the charging port is Type 2, supports up to 22 kilowatts, by the way. That means 3-phase. That's really fast for big standard 3-phase charger, but for home charging, probably most people are going to get about 7 kilowatts. That means overnight charging. Fast charging is available on the CCS fast chargers, and the fast charging speed is max at 150 kilowatts. That means from 10 to 80% should be under 30 minutes also. The vehicle is powered by a 66 kilowatt-hour battery, an MC pack. That means WLTP range for the premium is 440 kilometers, where for the base with no heat pump, it's going to be at 420 kilometers. The brabus, the full drive version, will get 400 kilometers on the WLTP range. Now At the front, we are going to get a small Frunk. There's not much storage underneath, but you're able to keep a small charging cable or your tire mobility kit, which is always handy to have. I think the liter is probably less than 50 liters also. There are some covers for your electronics and for your fluids, whatever you need. Now, all the smart vehicles get power tailgate in New Zealand for the #1. The Premium and Brabus get a kick opening as well. The boot volume is only 203 liters tested, but underneath you are going to get extendable storage over here, just like that. That's your charging cable for your home charging, and you get extra storage for your first aid kit and the warning triangle. What's cool about it, you are going to get a good volume over here, and if you go for the base model, you won't get the Beat subwoofer. That means more space over here, as far as I believe. The rear seats can be dropped off 40-60 split. That means more than 900 liters boot space can be created. There are some metal pieces over here for your hook points and cargo net on the side for your small storage. It's not too bad compared to what it says on the paper, only 203 liters. It's still fairly useful if you need to load anything. Now the Smart #1 have the flash door handles on the driver and on the passenger doors. You push this to unlock it, or alternatively you can walk to the vehicle, that will unlock if you enable that function. And when you walk away, that automatically locks itself. The cool thing about it, there is a handle underneath, so that means your hand and finger can go down underneath to open it, which is fairly easy. Now let's look at the back seats. The door opening is reasonable and seat base is fairly long. There's ISOFIX points on the out seats, tether points at the back. The seat angle can also be adjusted. This is all the way back, by the way. Once we're inside, this has been set to my driving position, about 178 centimeters tall or 5'10". I've got a more than fist the size of the space in front of me. Foot space is reasonable too. There's not too high on the floor level, and good thing for the center, that's full flat floor as well due to the vehicle battery and things like that. That's really good. The doors are really cool. It's frameless doors at the front and the back, but the window does not drop all the way down, which is a little bit shame for the back, by the way. The overall sitting position is really good. The seat base is comfy and the legroom is good. There's enough leg support. It's not as good compared to the Mini Countryman in some way, but it's pretty good compared to EX30, the Volvo, and the Mini Aceman. There is a cup holder over here, and armrest is soft and squeegee. The Premium spec gets real leather, but the Pro Plus gets leather red material. The leather itself is really good, soft, supportive. The center is a little bit harsher than the outer seats, but it's still okay. There's pockets over here, air vents in the center, USB-A and USB-C charging underneath, plus a small storage over here. The door bins feel solid. Close the door. Pretty good, isn't it? That's good. On this higher version, we are getting 13-bit speaker sound system, which sounds really cool for a small car like this. Door materials are okay. There are some sort of plastic on the top, plastic in the center, but they're not too cheap. You can feel the stitchings. The trim over here is really nice. They feel good. They're not piano black, so you're not gonna get any fingerprints all over it, which is cool. Anyway, let's look at the front. Front seats, electric adjusted, there are memory settings, there are heated function. If you go to the brabus, you will get a cooling seat, by the way. Now, this is the interior. Looks really cool, isn't it? It kind of reminds me of some sort of Mercedes for the air vents design for the center console here, but everything else is really unique. First thing, steering. Smart logo over here, smart logo underneath. On the left, there are some buttons for your cruise control, for your park assist. On the right, that's volume and trip control, voice command control. In front of us, there is a facial detection monitoring system, and gear shifter is on the right, and windscreen wiper and indicator is on the left. The vehicle does not have a push stop start. Once you're inside the vehicle, sit on the seats or foot on the brake, the car will start just like that. Put it on drive, it's good to go. All the electronics will be engaged. Press it to pay, get out of the vehicle, the door will lock and everything will shut, just like that. Now in front of us, that's a 9.2-inch display. The top graphic has color graphics. Underneath, there are some warning signs like seatbelt and handbrake and things like that. It's very, very clear. It's quite smart as well. When you put on drive, you can see the Earth logo will be gone. The car logo will be showing. If you change to drive modes, see the change? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, that's what it does. Overall, it's quite clear, but if you're owning the base model, you do not get the nice 10-inch head-up display. That means you have to watch that for your speedo, where for me personally, I would really love this premium edition. That means head-up display is available, or even on the brabus. Now moving to the center, this is a 12.8-inch display. Although 12.8 doesn't sound huge, but the screen looks quite good. It's big, it's chunky, it's got black surrounds on the side, some direct buttons underneath for on and off, climate controls, hazard lights, drive mode, that changes, again, the Earth look, which is cool again. These allow you to have quick adjustments for your auto hold, for your electric parking brake, for some iPedal, like the one pedal drive. When you drive this sort of vehicle, you can drop down and to activate your driver setup. That means go into the driver setting. Under the driver setup, you have quick setup for everything pretty much. Driving mode, regenerative braking, lane assist on and off, emergency lane assist on and off, speed sign warning, speed sign recognition on and off, lane change assist on and off. Once you have save and activate this feature, when you start the vehicle, just drop it down, click activate. That will drive on this particular certain setting. That means you don't have to go through every single setting when you get inside the vehicle. That's good. I love that. Along with that, some quick controls on the right allow you to turn on and off for some certain features, including the driver monitoring system. So that means you pretty much do two steps to turn everything off or to turn everything back on. And that's really easy. And because the car has uncapped safety rating, has all the best safety technologies, some people may find it annoying whenever you start the vehicle, but these allow you to quickly set those things up. That's really cool. Next, under the home screen, we are going to get Earth look, music, temperature on the left. This vehicle will talk to the internet with this inbuilt SIM card. Along with that, there are some apps over here. You can also download other apps from the App Store. At the moment, they are available on some games and whatever you like. Click here again, we are getting wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, which is really cool. They are going to be full screen display. Next is the 360 camera, and that looks good too. You can do 2D, 3D, whatever you like. You can see the blind spot view, you can see the mode view at the back. Yeah, overall, no issue at all about the cameras. Under the settings, you can set up many things about the vehicle. Mirrors, child lock, blunt, and all that things. Lighting, there's ambient lighting as well. On the premium spec, you get many lighting select. We're going to go through that soon. And along with that, you also get built-in navigation. The navigation itself is pretty good. You get on-time traffic, you get the charging selections, and you can set home and work for fast destinations if you wish to. So overall, the screen is really snappy. It's got many features. It's got some of the coolest features you can imagine. You can also enable an eco mode. You can also enable many features like entertainment mode, energize mode, rest mode, pet mode, car wash mode. There's so much on about it, which is really cool. Anyway, let's switch on the aircon. And speaking of the aircon, this is the only in place kind of you can adjust the aircon displays. There's no physical control buttons for most of the functions, but you do get voice command. So you can use the voice command to control the aircon.
What would you like to do next?
Adjust temperature to 18 degrees. There we go.
Okay,
18 degrees.
setting the temperature to 18 degrees.
You can also do
How may I help you?
open the sunroof cover.
Okay, open sunroof.
A panoramic sunroof is available, but this is just a moon roof. The glass does not move, only the cover moves. But if you don't want it, that's fine. Just stop and close it. Pretty simple. That's easy.
How can I help?
Turn on heated seats.
Okay, turning on driver seat heat.
There we go. Obviously, we do not want that in a summer weather like this. So that's pretty much all about the screen. I might do a quick video on the screen just to show you how most of the basic things works, but overall they are very smart. Underneath, air vent controls, they are very solid, left and right, feel the click. Very satisfying. Again, they are available on the right as well. This panel over here opens up for your wireless phone charging, 12-volt socket, and 2 USB-C charging. Not many people probably notice this particular touch, but I really like it. Let's say if I have fingerprints over here, it just does not have fingerprints at all. You can see that will disappear if I have hands on that. That's really cool. It's really easy to wipe off. It's not like something certain piano blacks panels, they're just going to be really, really annoying. This actually works really well. It's hard to capture on the camera. I'm really sorry about that, but you can see that fingerprint just does not attract onto the panel. I really love this particular design. Another thing I really love is the knee pad over here. They are soft leather, so if you are tall and you're going to touch it on your knee, it's not going to hurt at all. Underneath, we're going to find a big storage tunnel that's available and 2 cup holders, one deep, one not so deep, stored over here for your phones, or leave it here. Oh, someone asked me to try with their phones. This is a iPhone 14 Pro, I think. That's enough. A iPhone Plus or something called Big Max or whatever may not fit, to be fair. That's just enough, but you can't close the cover, by the way. Anyway, open here, that's a deep storage tunnel, and then charging card is over here for your small charging card. Air vents will go through that tunnel if you like, or you can close that. It's quite deep. Storage on the side, that's good size as well. The door bins feels good as well. They somehow made it larger, and the door handle material looks good. Some plastic on the top, plastic over here, but they are not too bad in terms of quality finishes. Some leather material on the top, which feels good. Panels over here, panels on the top. There's ambient lighting, by the way. So overall, the interior experience is really good. Got premium quality in most places, and they are quite unique. Not like anything else on the market. That's a good thing about this particular brand, just to differentiate itself from any other competitors on the market. All right, let's get the Smart on the road to see how this drives. First thing, visibility. Side is okay. There's a small gap between the A-pillar and the wind mirror. That's good. The front is okay. This gap here is not generous, but it's relatively decent. At the back, pretty good too. The car feels stretched longer to the C-pillar, and yeah, it feels a lot spacious inside compared to what the whole body length is, which is under 4.3 meters. And did you notice the indicator? If you turn the left indicator, the indicator sound comes from all the way on the left. So it's easier for you to tell what the indicator is from or which indicator you have used. It's quite cool. Now we are under the car park. I'm going to show you the ambient lighting. It's really cool. You can change many colors, by the way. Over here, you can change different themes. You can do 2-tone colors, just like that, top, underneath. Isn't that cool? On your speakers, you'll notice even the speaker rings does have color built in. Again, that's really cool. There are many colors you can change. You can change the one color, you can go with the theme, you can go with the drive mode, whatever you like. At low speed, you can also see the 360 camera that pops up on the screen. That's a beautiful touch. And we do the indicator at low speed again, that 360 will pop up as well. I believe you can drag it along just like that. You can make it larger, about full screen if you wish to. Now these come with the beautiful matrix LED headlights that's available on the premium and brabus. That means if you drive in a completely dark condition, all the LED bulbs will be adaptive. That means any incoming traffic to you, that light in between will kind of dim themselves. Now we're on the road, let's quickly go through the numbers on the power and drivetrain. All the Smart #1 is powered by a 66 kWh battery, that's NMC pack. That means the WLTP range on the premium is 440 kilometers. If you go to the Pro Plus, as it does not come with a heat pump, the vehicle will only get 420 kilometers under WLTP conditions. The brabus, which is a 4-wheel drive, dual motor performance vehicle, that's going to get 400 kilometers on the WLTP. The average consumption rated on the brochure is 16.8 kilowatt hour per per 100 kilometers. But real-world driving on this vehicle, according to the smart stuffs, they can achieve somewhere around 15.6 to 15.8 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, which is actually pretty good for the performance of this. The vehicle is a rear-wheel drive single motor on the Pro Plus and the Premium. That's 200 kilowatts of power, 343 Newton meters of torque. Right now we are on kind of low regenerative braking. I'm going to switch that to one pedal so I can show you how the one pedal works. You actually have to click that and wait for 10 seconds for it to engage. I don't like that, but it's just what it is. Confirm, one pedal is engaged. Let's accelerate to 40 and release. It's actually quite smooth. The first part of the acceleration, when you release the accelerator, it's not that smooth, but it's really smooth. It's kind of quite comfort slowing down. Again, we're on quiet road, there's no one behind me. That comfort stop is quite good, but still, I will probably drive this vehicle either on high or low regenerative braking, just for the overall comfort. But for someone who loves one pedal, this will be really good. There's also a few driving modes you can select. There is comfort, there is eco, there is sport. Right now we are driving on comfort. You can press this button over here. You can change comfort or normal or eco. Comfort means suspension setting is relatively soft and the steering feels, which is standard. It's not too light. You can definitely feel the weight of the steering, whether you are driving at low or high speed. The suspension setting on this vehicle is MacPherson at the front and Multi-Link at the back. Pretty standard for premium or mid-size or small-size vehicle on the market these days, and feels quite premium actually. The ride quality is really good, very minimal noise at the front and the back, and it feels quite sporty to be fair, compared to some of the driving vehicles on the market. Even for the base model, it's got 200 kilowatts of power, which is insane. It's definitely excessive for someone who ever drive this sort of vehicle on the road, but it feels fast, just like this. I'm on sport mode and I'm too fast, sorry. You can easily break speed limit even on the standard model, and that's a cool thing about it. And handling is really nice. There's very, very minimal sort of blank space on your steering, and you can feel everything's quite sharp. It does talk to you very well. Being a real drive, there's definitely a lot more fun driving on this vehicle on the country road like this. I think in some way I can definitely put a smile on your face. And the pedal response is insane too. It kind of reminds me of the MG4, but in a bigger battery with the more power version. It's just so fast. 1 to 3, just like that. You can see the one pedal, 1, 2, 3. Pedal response is instant, and there's just no hesitation whatsoever. There's also very, very minimal road noise and also like a motor noise. Some electric vehicle will get you quite a large motor noise at low speed, just for pedestrian crossing and things like that. This vehicle doesn't really give you much of a artificial noise at low speed. The motor noise is reasonably low in some way. On the other side, being a relatively sporty handling vehicle, the suspension does feel a bit firm compared to many comfy mid-size SUVs. But it's not a bad thing for New Zealand and Australian roads. What's good about it is it's got really good tuning, so it doesn't feel too harsh, but at the same time, it's quite supportive. And it's not going to, like, say, roll around at corners. Many electric vehicles on the market doesn't really give you a beautiful, like, say, driving pleasure on the road. It doesn't give you the better, steering torque. But this one is definitely on the good level for what it offers. for its handling things. And that's very dangerous. Please don't do that. Alright, we're turning right, so we're leaving the truck, so we can do another acceleration while we are there. Right, 1, 2, 3. Look at the acceleration. It's fast. It's not slow at all. I can't remember the 0 to 100 timer. Probably 5 to 6 seconds, which is definitely faster than many petrol or hybrid vehicles you can find on the market. Now we're in the country areas again. Sport mode. That means the steering handling is also sport. Under the heavy steering, power steering, you can feel the weight. Yeah, it's really solid on these surfaces. On certain roads, if the road is really rough, these handles really well. If the road is really flat, these handles really well. But sometimes, occasionally, on some sort of bumpy road where you see the small bumps here and there, it's just all random bumps, these kind of does roll around. And you can feel the vehicle, the rear suspension does have a little bit knocking. But yeah, on this flat surface, it's good. It's comfy, it's supportive, and it rides along very nicely. The overall experience is definitely great on the driving part. Compared to some other electric SUVs on the market, this is certainly somehow a driver's car. And while we're driving on this country road, I also want to mention some of the safety features. I've used the Pro Pilot when I test drove this car last time when the Smart launches in New Zealand. That's really good. Or the Pro Pilot works really well. The steering assist is good. It's not too sharp. The brake is not too harsh at all. Everything's very comfy for daily traffic. The head-up display is bright. That's really good. The facial monitoring system does give you some random beepings here and there, but it's not too annoying once you start driving on the road, on the motorway, and once you focus on the road, it's fine. It does not give you any random beeps at all. The lane departure also works quite well. The blind spot is also really cool. Not only give you indication on that, it's also give you indication on the head-up display, which kind of give you a small like breathe and flashes. There's definitely no issue for me for most of the things. I think it's quite easy to live with them for most parts. On these country roads, you can feel the bumps. Yeah, just on a rough seal like this, it works really well. But in some way, the car doesn't really like any potholes, any uneven surfaces that's gonna bounce. If the car doesn't feel bounce, you can feel it bounces a little bit too much, but on a flat sort of surfaces, it works really well. The handles just, yeah, it's built for the handling. Look at the handling, that's good. Yeah, I personally quite like the driving dynamics on this sort of vehicle. The Smart's definitely one of those driver's cars you can find on the EV market. Now that will come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you do not forget to subscribe, like, that's the best way to support the channel. Do you like this sort of video? Do you like the Smart brand and Smart approach on the EV market? Please also let me know. I'll be really interested to know about your thoughts on this sort of vehicle on the New Zealand market. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.